It's your boy Black Gallo checking in from out of state. So, shit, without further ado, shit, nigga, we just gonna watch this little video of Hoover Gumby and Wack 100, and we gonna react to it as it go about. So, let's go ahead and get into it.
Hey, these dudes. Your homie got killed by this dude. Your little homegirl got killed by this dude. 5-10 year span, right? Mm-hmm. You get out, shit is different. You really don't know, you know the names. And here comes the hood day. So now you know where to what? Find them, right? Uh-huh. Okay, here go to another dumb part. The homies don't even regulate the niggas that's got ankle monitors. They let them come to hood day, right? All the POs now know what? Where they at, right? See, this is the police, they promote this shit like flyers. Know everybody strapped, everybody dirty, so now they know where to find them. Then you got the new and improved wiretap, like Lil Boosie got caught up with the goddamn walking around.
Alright, so before we get even further into that, I'ma just go off of what he said. He said, you know what I mean? Basically, he talking about, boom, they come to a hood day or whatever said they. And just the mentality of a motherfucker that's looking in from the outside is just like, oh, everybody over here is on criminal activity, blah, blah, blah. If there are weapons present, more than likely, everything. Basically, like you sound, that's why people call you an informant, Wack. Because it's just like you sounding very informative in these podcasts and shit like that for a so-called street nigga. And I'm a real nigga. Fuck all that extra shit. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, like I see where Wack coming from, but at the same time, it's just like instead of sitting here portraying to be leading the youth and playing both sides of the fence, you need to keep that shit 100, my nigga. You should have just told them like, y'all need to stop moving like this. That's what I'm saying, bro. Education matters. You see what I'm saying? But I just want to point that out. That Wack is the type of nigga to say some shit like that.
Showing niggas cards, all the big, he on the run.
But his hood day is on the 4th of July. What, you supposed to stay in the crib?
No, but wait.
Gumby, you know what I'm saying,
no,
bro.
it's not.
Do it make sense?
No, wait, but this is the.
Does it make sense?
A lot of the shit that we do as.
If you were abused as a kid by a guard, counselor, or staff member of a juvie center, you may be eligible for financial compensation. Compensation has already been paid out to victims across the country. No need to face your abuser. No need to go public. It's completely confidential, and you can file anonymously in most states. Right now, legal teams are helping victims take action quietly and safely. So click the link below to see if you qualify. It's free, it's private, and it only takes a few minutes. You deserve to be heard, and you deserve to heal. So tap below right now.
EVE Online is a vast...
Members of a community don't make sense.
But what I'm
wait, let me just say, you asked the question. Let me explain to you. I don't know about a lot of dudes, but my presence and other people's presence in our community, it stops a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the bullshit that goes on. You know what I'm saying? Because now we dealing in the era of what they call the YNs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And this is the whole point about me explaining to these old dudes who, oh, they don't listen. They not this, they not that. Once you drop your flag or you give them a reason to question you, you're nobody to them ananymore. This is why
that ain't true.
Let me explain to you. I'm just speaking about, I can only speak about from where I come from, bro. I mean, we got 14-year-old little dudes that don't want, we got to chase around and go to school. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just speaking about where we come from. You know what I'm saying? Once you lose what they respect, right, you can't really tell them nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's a big difference when they know that, okay, this dude went through from A to Z. You know what I'm saying? And if I disrespect him, then the whole community gonna be mad. What happened to all those type of dudes? What happened to all the big homies who
have been gone?
Wait, this is what I'm saying. Now, so now that
and I understand that from both perspectives, you see what I'm saying? But however, both these niggas 50 and I'm 30. So with that being said, it's just like the big homie era is everybody, like once you hit a certain age and it's about knowledge now. Once you recognize a nigga stupid, bro, you're not trying to listen to a nigga who's dumb, bro, and all like he on some dumb shit trying to tell you to crash out and you on some get money shit. Like niggas is on some get money shit. Like we supposed to be getting money and building a community, but y'all niggas out here telling us to slide on this nigga slide. We not getting. Some niggas might get paid for it, but we don't want to have to do all that just to make no money. My nigga, it ain't supposed to be about that. It's supposed to be building the community, building the economy around this shit, so that we can be sustainable on our own and we don't need no other nations, i.e. nationalities or however you want to put the shit, to get that job done. You see what I'm saying? That's what that shit supposed to be about. So, you know what I mean? Go ahead, keep it pushing.
this gone. Like I tell my little homies, I'm not raised like y'all. Y'all not my homies. I mean, they're not my homies.
I
My
say the same
generation.
shit.
You guys know.
You heard me say that. That's not my name.
That's
That's
not
not
our
the name.
generation.
That ain't what I grew up
No,
in.
that's not our
It's
generation.
totally different.
So in order,
They let shit happen that it wouldn't happen.
and in order to have any
I was
type
ruling
of
by fear, my nigga. Niggas ain't going for that fear shit no more. You ain't
anything,
bully no
you
nigga.
gotta have some type of pillars there that say what's going on and that's willing to live and die for what they say. This is not a Boy Scout troop. You know what I'm saying?
So
In
you
these
think you a good
situations,
example?
I'm a perfect example.
Huh?
That was
I'm a
sneak
perfect
diss.
example.
You still consider
That's a
yourself
sneak diss.
a gang banger or gang member?
Fed question.
Well, you got to define those terms.
You know what they are. We from the same
Let me
generation.
explain something to you. I don't really
Wack,
know
you should have
what.
defined it.
what
Trying to
Do
get
you
your
wake up-
understanding. See, that's what I'm saying. He
Remember
playing
how
the
we
game.
used to wake up hating our opposition?
Oh no, I'm not. No.
You get what I'm saying?
See, this is the thing.
You remember
My story-
what the mentality
my story,
was?
My story is not even about any gang situation that happened that anybody is thinking about. I haven't got to my story yet. My story is really a story how God turned all my enemies into my friends and brothers. Tank for one. The Homer Rule from Power Rule.
That's the homie.
Listen to me. I know all these dudes personally. We all was there
sound like
together.
niggas
You
from
know what I'm saying?
other
So when my situation came
But
about,
Tank wasn't your enemy.
no, I'm just saying, just people that I didn't know Tank. You know what I'm
See, that's what I'm saying. See, Wack trying to push that narrative. Everybody got to be enemies and shit. He's sitting here telling you that, nigga. Like that's like even me, nigga. My best friend was a blood. You see what I'm saying? I got a best friend who was a GD. Nigga, real is real and bullshit is bullshit. You done been down that road. You gonna meet niggas from different sets, and it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, just because you from a different set don't make you less of a real nigga. You see what I'm saying? And you just. We supposed to be homies, but like at first we would have been like just roasting on each other. Then it would have evolved to body shots, and then eventually throwing hands. But then eventually niggas would be cool after that once they get that shit off their chest. Once you prove you ain't no bitch, your homeboy prove he ain't no bitch, then y'all can rock it out together. You see what I'm saying? So that's where niggas coming from when you done been down that road. I don't think Wack really done. You know what I mean? I can't say. I don't know. I don't really know what Wack had going on, but I'm just going off of how he sounded and shit he be saying. You see what I'm saying? It just seemed like he ain't really been through that. And like y'all niggas really goofy and shit. Like not in no disrespectful way. Like y'all play a lot. You see what I'm saying? It's just like be serious about the situation. Like you always trying to spin this narrative where you want to be serious 1 second and then you trolling and joking. Like if you trying to get a narrative across, you need to be serious about that shit. You see what I'm saying? Like Wack, you play too motherfucking much, and that's just from a young nigga perspective. That's why niggas don't respect you and like. Niggas don't be on that big homie shit because y'all niggas goofy, bro. Like, ain't no nigga trying to be listening to no goofy niggas. You gotta be 100 out here. Like, that's why when niggas come to the South, they start respecting niggas from the South because we don't play that shit. Like, that's why you got them niggas from Texas who moving how they moving because they see a lot of them niggas as goofy. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can tell the difference between a nigga who really gonna get on some shit and a nigga who just talking, who just be on some bullshit. You see what I'm saying? And you gotta get that point across. You see what I'm saying? Like, I ain't a nigga to be played with, but I ain't on no bullshit neither. You see what I'm saying? We got a mission to complete. We gotta complete that mission by any means. You see, not necessarily by any means, but we gotta complete the mission the right way. That's what I meant to say. So, correct myself. Let's get on with the video.
saying? He was from the valley, you know what I'm saying? So he had to do whatever he had to do, and he was right there with us doing it. You get what I'm saying?
Like a rider.
This what I'm saying. So this what I'm saying. At that point, it wasn't no PCs. You had to stand on who your name was.
It didn't exist in my
You can't run to the police and say somebody finna do nothing to me. You can't do that.
They gonna like, well, till it happened.
Yeah, you better go out there.
Your ass is
be standing
dead.
by the gate all day to be
Yeah.
on recall. Like, no, it wasn't that type
Around
of
and get
situation.
attempted AWOL.
Trying to get up out of there. It's just a different situation. And you ask me, am I a gang member? I'm part of
Or
my
a gang
community.
banger.
I'm part of my community.
You're a member,
that's what I'm
but
saying.
I don't see you as a gang banger.
I'm not a gang member. I mean, gang.
No. So that we don't miseducate and mislead the youth like Wack trying to do. So when a nigga asks you, is you a gang member or a gang banger? A gang member is somebody who not necessarily banging on wax. And what we mean by banging on wax, you might see the op, and as soon as you see the op, fuck y'all niggas, blah blah blah, you ready to just do something just because he a op. That's what they consider bangers. You see what I'm saying? Like AKA crash outs and send outs and shit like that. Them the niggas that are quote unquote misled and get led down the road and shit, get sent on dummy missions and shit like that. And they the ones who get used and get sent on dummy missions and catch all the years, and the niggas be making songs about what they did and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? And everybody wanted to be like them niggas because they the niggas who was out here sliding and shit. But then you got the members, them the niggas who sit in the cut they the ones calling the shots, trying to get the money, putting the trapping out there and shit like that, trying to get the money aspect going and shit like that. So that's why he asking him, are you a member or are you a banker? And it's just like, bro, like, first of all, like, depending on how you looking at the situation, like, what are you trying to, why would you ask me that question? You see what I'm saying? I could be in a situation where another nigga might be banging on me, and that's what I'm saying. Depending on where you from, banging could be seen different. Banging could be fighting to like somebody in Cali, but in the South, a nigga might see banging as you just repping your hood, saying, "Oh, I'm such and such and such and such." What you is, that could be banging to somebody. So it really gets down to your vocabulary out here, and we got to understand that we are one nation, we are America, but we are like different countries. It's completely different from Tennessee and Atlanta. When you go to New York, it's completely different. When you go to Kansas, it's completely different. You go to Cali, it's completely different. You see what I'm saying? You go to Texas, it's completely different. And it's just like, you got to adapt to the law of the land of where you at. You see what I'm saying? And that's one of the things you got to remember when you out here living your life and shit. And we got to get a better understanding and a better form of communication, and stop being so quick to just crash out and get to the violent part when we sit here having these conversations, because everybody might be saying the same words, but it might have a different meaning. Somebody comprehension might be different than yours. You see what I'm saying? So get that clear coat understanding before you just sitting out here crashing out and get yourself in a situation that you can't get out of because of a little bit of misunderstanding, and then you sitting in jail wishing that you, oh damn, well, cuz could have meant this and cuz could have meant that. It's too late for that shit. You should have did that. Everybody talking about shoot first and ask questions later, nigga. You should have asked questions before you got to shooting, nigga. And that's just how I see that shit. But let's keep it pushing and shit like that so we can go ahead and end the video and shit.
Gangbanger in that sense, I'm only a gangbanger if you bang on me.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Co-producer is gonna give you unique sounds that actually
have to
fits
go
your
back to
track
the,
in
what you
seconds.
call it,
Let me show you.
straight
First,
ass
let it
situation
listen. Looking for the vocal chop.
Anything other than that,
I mean, that comes,
You do that too.
and this
That's
is
a natural
and this
joke.
and see, this is the thing though. Like I was trying to explain about my story, I got a lot of these old dudes, right, who helped me, whose shoulders I had to stand on over. Like, you know what I'm saying? My gang, you know what I'm saying, because of the situation, they were against me. You know what I mean? I didn't stand on my own. Big Kelsey from 190.
I talked to you about 3 months ago.
Hoover Lawn. Everybody speaking on him. My big homie Hoover Lawn. Dantana.
Everybody not speaking on him.
Wait, I mean, not in the bad.
Speak on it, get the videos deleted.
Now, can you tell? Hold on, we gotta get
Wait
this
a minute,
shit.
man. Hold on.
What happened, bro, to make Hawk do a about face like that? Now I know he was mesmerized by the Russian dialect and the cleavage.
We all are.
But what
That's the
happened?
homegirl, man. Y'all get up
No,
off the homegirl
what
ass, bro.
happened, bro,
I wanna get in
to
there.
make him tell damn homies, you don't know who you effing with. Well,
It
damn,
just
you
was-
the one said it.
It just, like I said before, it
What
was
happened?
That whole situation was, like I said before, the narrative was that the Hoovers was getting into it. The Hoovers never get into it, right? Outside people who are not on the inside.
That's
throwing
Cap.
rocks.
Hawk from Hoover, don't say that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say
You
this.
saying, come on, bro.
See,
Me
Wack
personally,
over here,
Well, I can't tell you if y'all didn't.
Wait, I'm just gonna tell you
Are you
this.
saying he never was from Hoover?
No, I never said that. Listen to me. But see, this is such thing in this world we live in. No matter, even me today, right? No matter how much I done, takes one fuck up and I'm nobody.
Well, I always say
Stop.
I always
Wait,
say
stop.
He
Wait.
took credit for orchestrating a Hoover peace treaty between you and Hawk. Is this
Hold
true?
on.
Well,
What did you watch me do?
Nothing.
You watched me take him one way, and by the end of it,
Okay.
had him say, "You know what? You right."
Keep that in mind next time you deny running plays.
That wasn't a play. Listen, if I would have told, watch this, Gumby. The homie told you I already talked to him the day before, right?
Oh.
So now that told you what? Wack knew exactly what he was doing.
yeah, he's seen-
if
he's
I
seen
would
it
have
twice.
told him, I want to get him to the seat to try to get some peace, right? He probably wouldn't have came.
of course not.
No.
But see, this is the thing, though.
No,
Let
he
me-
wouldn't have.
Let me just clear it up. Like I said before, the narrative was that the Hoovers were getting into it, the Hoovers, but that's not true. If you from let me explain something to you. Listen, like I said, it only takes one fuck up and you out.
So he's saying the Hawk's not a Hoover.
Wait,
so when
no,
he's
I'm
getting
saying-
into it with people, that's not a Hoover getting into it with a Hoover.
At all. If
That's
you
what
got
you're
any
saying.
type of charges against you, any type of anything against you, you don't have.
You got a whole court, fam, and Wack keep trying to cut niggas out. See, that's what Wack do, because this shit getting recorded. You see what I'm saying? So Wack trying to take over the conversation. And when he take over the conversation, he cutting off a point that's about to be made that could influence how somebody sees a situation. And Wack is one of them motherfuckers who do that shit. He don't know how to have a conversation. He just blurt out what he trying to say and cut niggas off to control the narrative. So you got to keep that in mind when you dealing with Wack and when you watching Wack interviews and shit like that. But you know what I mean, let's keep it pushing.
Have a voice until you clear that up.
And his only charge is he was in a
That's enough. My only charge is murder robbery. So that ain't that enough?
No.
That was enough. That's enough.
But they said he rolled.
But basically what they was getting at is niggas can hold court, and what holding court is that's when niggas be like, all right, nigga, what the fuck is you in here for? What are you going through? Like, what happened? Explain yourself. What is your situation? Nigga, we need to know if you was in the right or you in the wrong. And if you representing the wrong shit, we fucking you up, and that's when you get DP and shit like that. But if you was in the right, then, you know what I mean, we gonna keep it pushing. We gonna keep it groovy, you see what I'm saying? So just get that understanding and shit before we get a little bit too far in the video and shit.
Hold it up, so that's the thing he has to deal with.
Yes, once you drop your flag, rolling up, turning Muslim, Christian, all of that shit is all equal to one and the same, bro. You mark the game. You mark the game. That's how it goes.
No
you know
Hoover
that.
can be in prison and become part of a religion.
No, that's not.
That depends on where you at. If he go say no to that question, that depends on where you at. Because some niggas require you to have some type of religious guidelines and shit like that. Some people don't. And that's just the difference between the crash out and a real nigga. You see what I'm saying? What do you stand on before you stand on anything?
That's what I'm saying.
So it has to be you renounce your gang and then you join.
Or just not. He right.
It's not like that, bro.
I'm gonna
We got
tell you
homies
why.
that are Muslims, right? And still bang every day. That's that. Look, God is your personal God. You know what I'm saying? A religion is for everybody.
But he said if you drop the flag,
it's done.
Right.
You're done.
so you got to be a hypocrite, religious guy.
Well, I don't think you're a hypocrite because you bang and that you believe in God.
It ain't like we don't get into it with religious groups.
No, we don't.
So where's a Negro gonna stand if he's saying he's that, but he's still a Hoover?
The balance between it is this: you have to pick one over the other.
That's what I'm saying.
See, that's where Wack trying to spin the narrative at. Basically, what it boils down to is like, look, nigga, I believe in God, but it's just like, God, please don't let me have to fuck this nigga up because he over here trying me and shit. And then that's just what it boiled down to. Like, you know, it ain't really that serious. It's just Wack trying to make the shit seem.
Okay, so I'm saying it for me, I didn't pick one over the other.
You just stay groove. You said Hoover.
Okay, so now look though, that don't mean that I don't have a groove, God. That don't mean I don't pray every day. That don't mean I don't teach my kids to pray every day. I mean, before you even a gang member, you a person. You know what I'm saying? You a human being, you a father, you a son, you a somebody. You know what I mean? So your religion is just to enhance your characteristics as whoever you say you are. That's it. That's all that is.
Okay, so.
But when you drop your flag and say, my name, I'm changing my whole everything. When you drop that, you denounce your community, where you from.
So
denounce
what if a dude didn't put in 20, 30 years, did it, top to bottom, put the work in, police, ops, enemies, whatever, time, yard, covered down for the homies, and did everything he's supposed to do, and to get to a point where he want to make a change. Me and you both know the gangbang is no future in the gangbang.
And we have, like I said before, I mean,
so why wouldn't you salute him? Why would you down?
I never said this.
You gotta learn how to be a leader with this shit. See, you gotta be a man before anything. You see what I'm saying? That's y'all problem. Like out there, they tell you that somebody else run you before you run you, and you gotta be able to think for yourself, my nigga. At some point, you a grown ass man, and you know right from wrong. You see what I'm saying? And at some point, you gonna have influence over the youth. So with that being said, once you understand that you got influence over the youth, you gotta take that and make it what you gonna make it. You see what I'm saying? And then that's just where you go from there. You see what I'm saying? So stop letting these niggas tell you what to do. You see what I'm saying? You gotta learn how to use your own brain. What do you want to do? You know right and you know wrong. So shit, take that and do what you gonna do with it.
This is what I'm trying to explain. I never downed anyone. I'm trying to explain to you something. Once you transition from being a gang member, right? I got a few homies, some of Farrakhan's bodyguards, personal bodyguards. You know what I'm saying? My homie Tank. they didn't straddle the fence. They said, I'm not a gang member anymore, and they stood on that. They still in our community. Them is the people who call if something happened. Those are our clergymen. You know what I'm saying? We trust them. Like the homie, bro, it's just a little different. You know what I mean? It's just different because it has to be shaped for the community. You know what I'm saying? If Tank was to say, okay, I'm a Muslim, and I'm not a gang member no more, and then he come back, you know what I'm saying, every time somebody gets shot and he handing out guns and he talk, that's a hypocrite.
That's a hypocrite.
God gonna frown on that. He's standing firm on his deen, period.
Meet Squibbler, the AI book writer that transforms your ideas into fully developed chapters. With pre-made
That's gonna be the end of our video. Basically, what it boils down to is just like this, bro. At some point, it's about your comprehension in this world. You see what I'm saying, bro? Get smarter. You see what I'm saying, and shit like that. Don't be a dumbass, bro. You gotta understand when you're moving around in this world. Not everybody has the same comprehension as one another, and shit might mean different shit when you get from one region to the next. Just like when you go around the world. So with that being said, keep grooving till the world stop moving.